shock.
Ronnie O'Sullivan breaking off left-handed, as he so often does, but has caught the blue on this occasion. It's left an immediate opportunity for James Cahill. Very capable player, James Cahill. Now he's in Blackpool, originally from Lytham. Had that terrific win against Ronnie O'Sullivan back in the 2019 World Championship. He defeated Ronnie by 10 points to 8. And a good start from him, although he hasn't got the intended position on the black.
Lucky to have the black like that.
James Cahill, 8.
I always think when you play the game's top players, you mustn't show them too much respect. You need to put them under pressure. I always think you need to attack them and just make it known to them that you're there to win the match and not just to try and play yourself in slowly.
Yeah, I would agree, and particularly with someone like Ronnie, who's got so many strings to his bow. He knows he's got to play well. That relieves a little bit of pressure off you. You know you've got to perform.
Yes, it's the hardest thing ever to do, but you must try and enjoy the occasion. It's a privilege to be out there in front of the television cameras and a big capacity audience, playing one of the game's greatest ever stars.
Sorry, he was up straight away there, wasn't happy. He thought the cue ball rolled off slightly. Left a chance for Ronnie.
1.
He's made 1,144 competitive century breaks. Which is absolutely extraordinary.
3. 4.
Quickly getting the pink into play. So he'll be concentrating now on the pink.
10.
Straighter on this red would have been a little bit better.
Ronnie O'Sullivan,
Just took
10.
his eye off the pot there. He was concerned on the path of the cue ball.
Yeah, as you say, John, he should have been a little bit better on this red than he was. Well, that's a long way off for James Cahill. That won't do his confidence any good at all. But that was a good chance there for James Cahill. And as you can see, he has left this red for Ronnie O'Sullivan.
1. 7.
But he had a hard week last week. Milton Keynes, European Open. And losing in the final as he did. Ronnie did have the chance there to cannon the red away from the black, but he's obviously quite comfortable knowing that the pink is in open play. The red surrounding the pink spot area.
21.
Already 23 points the lead. And he may be a little disappointed not to go on and win the frame from here. I think there are enough open reds.
$28. 29. $35. 36.
Not as played, but he'll settle for it. Didn't want the kiss on the red near the cushion.
42.
3 more reds, and that will be frame over.
43.
Just screwed that slightly, so it's not a formality. Bit to do after potting this pink here.
No choice there, Ronnie, but to play the cannon. He was out of
49.
position on the pink, was fortunate he had the angle to go into the reds. So the break
50.
continues. 52 points to the good, so just this green and 1 more red to win this opening frame in rapid time. Frame in progress, less than 9 minutes.
53.
Now will we be tempted with this red? You would think so. Just red needed. No, too thin.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 53.
So a slim chance, but James Cahill gets back to the table, 55 points behind.
You could hear an audible groan from Ronnie. Knew the moment that that red was heading towards
1.
the pocket that he'd missed it. But a lot of work to do here for James Cahill, black tied up. If he doesn't bring it into play soon, he'll need a snooker. What sort of angle does he have to work with? Not a lot.
Well, this is the key shot. He was hoping to have an angle so he could pop this red and disturb the red that's just to the left of the black. More likely, well, looking at it again, there's a chance here. He could cannon the second red and be on the black. Well, played it well. Good shot.
Fabulous shot this from James Cahill. If the cannon didn't work out there, it could have been frame over. As it is, he's in perfect position here. Still lots of work to do. That red awkwardly placed on the cushion. Blue up in bulk isn't going to be an easy task by any means. As you can see, it's
50.
at least James Cahill has the chance to get back into this frame here.
16.
So key shot coming up. Can drop in behind this red with top spin and a little right hand side applied to the cue ball.
Not perfect by any means. Switching hands. Got to go in. Had to go in.
James Cahill, 23.
Good effort. So close. And of course Ronnie now just taps this red in. And that's the first frame.
1.
Not flawless. Of course, that's the other thing with Ronnie. When you play, you don't have a lot of time to think about it, do you? The frames can flash by in what appears in no time at all.
Yeah, that's absolutely right, John. Some players just strangle you slowly, whereas Ronnie can sort of knock you
13.
flat, and it can be quite intimidating playing a Ronnie O'Sullivan in good form.
I'll try to bring
17.
the blue into play. It doesn't matter. So as I say, not
17
flawless,
and
but good enough to take the first frame. And good signs for James Cahill. And looking with the red down the cushion. Anyways, Ronnie O'Sullivan takes the first frame, leads 1-0.
Rianne made a very salient point there. I was commentating on the matches here last night, and I think myself and Darren Morgan were very surprised at how easy some of the balls went in down the cushion rails. But when you do play in professional events, a lot of players do make comments to the tournament director as regards how the table's playing, or if there are any potential problems with rolling off, etc.
Well, that was a long shot that was a long, long way out. So, first chance to Ronnie.
1. Six. 7.
It's hard enough to play somebody like Ronnie O'Sullivan He's so talented, so capable. But of course, he's so accustomed to playing matches time after time on the main match table in front of the television cameras and big audiences.
Dear me. The stun run through sent the cue ball wide, and to judge the kiss off the reds and still finish perfect on the black. Wonderful shot.
Yeah, it's just
20.
something that Ronnie does so well. When he goes into the pack of
21.
reds, he almost knows exactly what he expects to see happen. And as all great builders are capable of, they spot the important shots that are key to winning frames in a single visit.
$28. $29.
Just a little bit short of pace. He's still on this red.
$36.
Straight he'd have had a free run to the colour. So straight off
37.
a second red. Not perfect on the blue.
Great batting from beautifully Ronnie O'Sullivan. Just committed
42.
to the shot fully, focused on a clean ball strike, and that's exactly what that was. Just beautifully timed, and there was a lot of pressure on that blue. James Cahill would have been coming to the table with a good opportunity had he not potted it.
Yeah, he didn't finish perfect on the black. You wouldn't have thought so, the way he
50.
nonchalantly knocked it in, as he did the blue.
51.
And I always feel, Dominic, you know, he's not getting any younger. We should treasure these moments
58.
of watching this man at the table. It is a
59.
joy to watch.
Yes, he's not only the game's greatest ever player, I think most people would agree with me there, he's also one of the most classiest players we've ever seen. One of the most fluent, and because of all
66.
that, one of the most watchful
67.
players we've ever seen as well. He's got everything.
$73. $74.
Well, is that for
78.
real? Average shot time, 11 seconds.
79.
It'll be a good century if he could make one here. These reds are not ideally situated.
83. Ronnie O'Sullivan, 83. And
The double hasn't quite gone in for Ronnie O'Sullivan, but that superb break of 83 to go with his break of 53-21 to extend his lead over James Cahill to 2-0.
Well, better break-off shot that time. Well, at least he missed the blue.
He's a very, very capable player, James Cahill, actually the cousin of Stephen Hendry. Had some great wins in his career.
Well, a nice little rub off the yellow. And a quite aggressive safety shot he played there. Can't see a pot on, and can't really see an easy return to the balk end.
No, I think you're right, John. The blue is blocking off that left-hand half of the table. Ronnie having to ponder this situation.
And so don't we all? We all love snooker. I didn't see a pot. Ronnie did.
Well, every now and again, you're in such an awkward spot that you have to pot your way out of trouble. And And he's followed it up with a terrific green, so really in business again here in frame 3. Ronnie O'Sullivan, 2 fantastic pots here. Not a lot James Cahill can do about that.
After it's respotted, will it still be available? We'll see. It's not an easy table,
12.
and it's not. So, pink and black now tied up.
13.
Yeah, there's value in playing the blue, play the cannon into the pink here. Yeah, he decided he didn't need to. And maybe that red just to the right of the pink is available.
18.
But the pink's still tied up.
19. $24. 25.
The pink will pot into the left centre, but not with those 4 reds just near it there. So let's go up for the blue. Got a good angle here, though.
I think sometimes, you know, Dominic, in these situations, he treats it as a challenge. How, you know, and to play it like this, you've got to have superb cue ball control.
Yeah, you said the very thing I was thinking just a few moments ago that he does. Use certain patterns of reds as a challenge to try and develop them and work a break out. And it's not as straightforward as it sometimes is when Ronnie O'Sullivan's amongst the balls.
$43.
Another superb shot. Couldn't play for the blue there because he had to put a lot of side on to avoid the red near the side cushion. This red
46.
isn't easy, but he can play for the pink now.
47.
Well, just when he'd done all the hard work,
47.
he's missed the pink. Would you believe it? He can't. But he's been lucky. That pink could have gone anywhere, but he's now tied the black up.
1.
As you say, Johnny was very fortunate to tie both pink and black up there, and James Cahill tried to play a developing cannon that didn't work out. No, long way off. Or was he?
James Cahill 1. Three.
Nearly.
Ronnie O'Sullivan 3.
I wonder if James Cahill might consider a double here on this red to the right centre. Can hold for the black. Does it cut past the black? James Cahill thought that would go. It must have done, but nowhere near thin enough.
So back to where we were. Ronnie's last visit. Red and the colour needed.
1.
So this blue to go 55 points in front with just 51 remaining. Green rather than the blue. Still snooker required.
Ronnie O'Sullivan,
Keeping his
4.
foot to the pedal.
Don't think Ronnie will mind at all that he's left James Cahill this opportunity because, as you say, John, that black and pink both tied up.
1.
James needs to somehow develop one or both of them as soon as he can.
He'll need an extra snooker. You're 47 points behind. Well, one snooker to tie. Well, we're trying to know. This is the red go in.
5.
Had
James
to.
Cahill, 1.
Had
Ronnie
to.
O'Sullivan, 5.
Frame
And the
conceded.
frame.
So, not much going right for James Cahill, it has to be said. Ronnie O'Sullivan, though, looking as good as ever. 3-0.
One.
Well, that was a good pot from James, but again, that cannon could have worked out more in his favour. This pink is quite tricky now.
James Cahill, 1.
Yeah, those are tough, aren't they, John? They're never easy, particularly against Ronnie O'Sullivan.
Yeah, and when you're 3-0 down, of course, you think every mistake you make from now on
1.
could be your last. You should think Ronnie will be trying to get this black on its spot sooner rather than later. If he gets the black on the spot, then you can see
6.
him winning frame and match at this visit.
7.
Immediately, he's on it.
$14. 15.
So leave
23.
himself an angle on the black. Could do what he liked with it. Looks like he's left an angle maybe to play a little cannon. Yep, and it's gone wrong. I say gone wrong, he was looking for a nice
30.
easy red. Well, is he on it? Well, he was just on it.
31.
My commentator's eye must be weakening slightly. Bet you thought he was on it, didn't you, Dominic?
No, I was just glad you were narrating the scene, so to speak, until we had a better
36.
camera angle.
$37.
Oh, that red certainly went into the side door, but O'Sullivan now has these balls at his mercy. And I just wonder if James Cahill feels that he's played his last shot in this year's
44.
Bet Fit to Welsh Open.
45. $52. 53.
This blue, one more red, and it's job done.
Managed to really deep,
58.
deeply into the cue ball there to avoid the cannon on the reds.
59.
Well, we haven't seen a century yet in this match. Can Ronnie make one here?
67. $72. 73.
Needs this to bounce a little. May have to take the cue ball in and out of bolts, get good position on the red. Needs to avoid the centre pocket. Oh, that's not bad.
80. $88. $90.
Terrific pot on the yellow, but I don't think the green will pass the brown. Three cushion double,
Ronnie
no,
O'Sullivan,
not
90,
quite.
frame, and a match.
Well, it was a valiant effort from James Cahill, but with the highest break of 23, he was never going to trouble Ronnie O'Sullivan, who with breaks of 53, 83, 47, and that closing break of 90 books his place into round two, a comfortable winner by 4 frames to 0.